gonna be like no song in particular. It's just gonna be notes that are trying to like represent a song that like kind of like establishes like one of the most painful days for you. So I'm gonna try to see which ones sound the saddest and put them together to see what they sound like. a sad song to represent all the painful days in your life. Well, not all your life, but one of the most painful days. Today is, I think today is like January 19, 2025. In 4 days, it'll be my first ever cat's first month of passing away. That will remain one of the most painful days for me. And hope you know that the painful days will continue to come, but so will the happy ones, which is pretty self-evident. And it's surprising because you need to cry, you gotta cry. But it's to say that everything is like a story. I wish I knew how to speak fluently as I know how to write, because I do feel that my writing tends to describe my thoughts better, but I just can't seem to speak them out loud for now. But I just hope that whatever you're facing, that you're able to come to terms with that. That's just a part of the story. Your story has only begun, and the most painful parts are when the time passes, the most beautiful parts of life. Because I feel that the more you're willing to love, the more you're willing to risk. Not just emotionally, but like, I guess like with everything financially and everything, but you're willing to risk a part of yourself that got created in the process of something new. So while you're also building that part of yourself and you're like delving into that and building that, it's like building a house. It's like, yeah, you have one room now, you have another room here, but what if you broke down some barriers of your house, you build some new ones? That's like making new experiences. Like, for example, me and my cat, like, my cat was the sweetest. He had an attitude, but that's because he had a lot of trauma since he was a baby. But yeah, he continued to live. There was a lot of times that we thought we were gonna lose him, and yet he made it through, and God only knows why. And I'm very grateful to God because that him like we're nothing, like literally. And my cat went missing 2 times in his life. Yeah, 2 times in his life. The first time he came back very damaged, and the second time, however weird it might sound, I feel like he came back healed. They had like a 10-year difference of when he went missing. We had my cat for 11 years. His name was Sochi. And we lost him on he went missing on November 17, 2024. And we found him 9 days later. 9 days later. 9's my favorite number. And we found him 9 days later after a lot of efforts, which I wrote about in my notebook. If you guys want to see the notebook, you won't, but I can read some off. And what do you call it? So so whenever like it would snow, like when I was in school and it would snow, I would get really worried because I was like, oh, my cat's outside right now. And it's an experience that in essence I wouldn't wish upon anybody, but it is an experience that I think that many of us should go through. Like, as tough as it sounds, it's the truth. That's what I think, but maybe I'm wrong. But it's because you become more grateful for everything that you have. The more losses that you have, you really like are just it's amazing how like grateful you can become. And my cat was just like, so she stopped. Oh, we also had Sophia since like said she was I think it was like a couple months that we had him for. And then we found Sophia in the street. Sochi's mom didn't want her anymore, so they, I don't know, like I think a family needed to give him away, and my mom said, "Yep, I want that cat," and thank God she did, because it also takes into perspective how like every single decision that you do in your life, like you just gotta like forever for something that you really want, or like not even like necessarily like really want, but something that you feel a pull towards to, not necessarily like something bad, but like necessarily like a pull, like hey, I've never done this, but maybe it could like be something new. And that's because see, like whenever I speak my thoughts out loud, it's just like really hard, so I feel like I should just write before I speak, because when I speak I take so long to get to the point. And what do you call it, so let's just say just go for it. Because imagine my mom hadn't like, because they were saying, does anybody want this cat, because we're trying to give him away because his mom doesn't want him anymore. You see how important that is? Like, not being wanted by somebody is the most beautiful thing. Hear me out. Because if you're not wanted by them and they didn't make it obvious, or you know and you're still there, or you feel really hurt about that, it's the more that they don't like you, the more you're able to realize, wow, I have significance because I'm affecting this person such and such, right? So that means that if I can affect them this way, that means that somebody will take that effect of me and maximize it to the best, not to the worst. And so if it wasn't for his mom that didn't want him, maybe we would have never had those 11 beautiful years. Let me show you guys pictures. This is my Sachi cat. Can I see right here? Cause Sachi, oh, this is my wallpaper actually. See, that's my cat and my mom. This is Anania's baby. So cute. And let me show you. Where is it? See, I have a whole album of him. How many pictures is this? Let me see. Oh, my bad. I love my cat. He's such a baby. She is such a baby. How can his mom not want him, to be honest? So, like, let's be fair. Like, the cutest cat ever. And that's not an opinion, that is factual. He was the sweetest. Look at the way he looks at the camera when I start. And he was a baby. Like, he was an actual baby. Like, look at this boy. And he would always be where I was. That's us. And when I would be crocheting, learning how to crochet, we'd be there. And then here I go, me and my cat. And when I would be playing games, it's probably not good. And those were towards his last days. And this is his introduction for a soccer game. Oh, my bad. And anyways, it's just to say that you will always be in a place, because even when you don't feel loved, you are. I'll go into that later, but God made you for a reason, and you're here for maybe more than one reason now that I think about it. We always say for a reason, but maybe it's for reasons, you know? Not for, but like for reasons. And this is the first time I've actually talked to a camera, like, try to talk my thoughts out, and this is why it's really hard for me right now, because I gotta get used to it, and this is something that I have to get used to, and that's just how it is. You either choose the pain of regret, or you choose the pain of the now, because sometimes we just, what I mean by that is that sometimes we try to get away from the now, you know what I'm saying, like, oh yeah, I'll start that tomorrow, I'll start that later, I'll start that some other time, when I have more time, when I have, oh my god, my hair looks weird, when I have this, when I have that, when I have, you know what I mean? But see, but I say choose the pain of now. Choose the pain of your hands hurting now. Choose the pain of your feet aching now. Choose the pain of your mind hurting now. Choose the pain of loving now. Choose the pain of trying now. Choose the pain of now in general. Because if you wait it off to do something that you feel that is calling you, you're choosing not the pain of now, not the pain of then, but you're choosing the pain of regret, which I'd say is probably the worst one. Because there's a lot of experiences I'm sure that we can all relate to, or remember, or recall from where we were like, oh, if I would have just continued that, if I would have just started that, if I would have just, what would have happened of that? And just do it now. I don't know why I put this off for so long. It's like, it was really hard at the beginning. I don't know if you could tell from like the beginning that I was talking. But, and it's awkward because it's like, you're talking to a computer, the window's right there, somebody could be looking at me, and it's just weird. My cat might think I'm weird now. Truly the saddest thing. And sometimes it's just new. But maybe even choose the pain of new. Maybe just, oh, like I started crocheting. See? And I made frogs. Wait, I just have a picture. It's like on my bed, but then I don't want to lose my cat. But I have a crochet folder. This was the first day I was crocheting. The first day I crocheted, I learned how to make a heart. See, even my cat was there on the first day. And my little brother, Ina. I don't know if you can see my cat. He was there again. And even my other cat was there too. Let me see who is. So cute. And my bad. Oh, and also I learned how to make stars and mustaches. But I also learned, oh, and I made them like hairpins like this. That's my hair. I straightened it. Well, actually my grandma did. And it was beautiful bonding time. And I made some for me and my friend because we were Mario and Luigi for school thing. She's so cool. And this is my first frog. It was the hardest one I've done because I'd never done them before. But then this is when I started making more of them. Yeah, I don't really think I'll ever post this video, but this video is so that I can look back into the past and being like, just be free with it. I feel like we're all sometimes like so like trying to follow a script. As I said priorly, even myself, I said, yeah, maybe I just write on my notebook and then like say it out after I have like a script written. But we gotta stop that because, well, not all the time, right? But like for the most part, I think that we should probably stop that because we're acting when we follow a script. We're not there in the now when we're following a script. We're trying to show a part of ourselves that is more thorough and more practiced and more perfect, you could even say. Oh, this is my brother's room, but I'm staying in his room for now with him now. Because my dad is taking off a wall from my room, my dad to W, literally. Like yesterday, he had gotten back from a party with my mom. And, oh my gosh, it's been 21 minutes now I've been talking, I'd say to myself. But maybe this might go to somebody, so I'm talking to you. Nice to meet you. And maybe you should talk now. Okay. But yeah, so see, this is good. Now I can remember more things because I have really bad memory. Well, let's not say that to ourselves. Actually, I have good memory. And yesterday my dad and my mom went to a party, and they were dancing and stuff, probably. But they didn't allow kids there. But I would think they meant like little kids because when they went there, they saw some of my cousins. I'm 16. I probably could have gone. They saw them younger cousins, and but it's okay because yesterday I was with my grandma and we bonded, we talked, we cleaned together. I saw a picture when she was younger. She did my hair because I took a shower, finally, and I took a shower, and um, and she dried my hair like with like this thing that you go like this, and then it was the fluffy, right? And then she said, and then like on this side, there's always like this part that always just goes like, whoop. And so I was like, wait, can you like, is there a way that we could fix this? Could you fix this? And she said, yeah, duh, grandma knows everything. And so she grabbed the straightener and she just went like, but like she started on this side because I was like, please do that one, it really bothers me. She said, don't worry, I got you. His grandma's a W. But anyways, after we got picked up, me and my brother, Enoch, he's 6, we were 10 years apart, and oh yeah, so they picked they picked us up yesterday, and I was like, hey, could we like go get some food? It was like 12 in the morning, but we were over there by like sis room. So over there they have things late, but over here in Montino, everything closes at really early. But that's good because people get to rest and stuff, and lights go down early, and you gotta like go to bed now because you gotta wake up early. And over there is mostly like people working late into night. They're very hardworking. Over here too, very hardworking. And so I was like, hey, can we go get some food? Because when we go get home, nobody's gonna wanna cook, and I'm hungry because I haven't eaten all day, other than some chicken that my grandma made, absolutely good. And oh, and she also made some strawberry water, it was really good too. And so like, I guess she just grabbed like the strawberry, and then she like, I don't know, she's just a chef, she's just a natural, Actually, if we're being for real, she is a natural now because there was once a time where she didn't know how to cook, but she had to learn it all by herself. And that's just how life is sometimes. Some people are just born like somehow just being like ratatouille, knowing how to do everything. But some people, most of us, tend to struggle sometimes, and that's good, because recently, actually today, as I was after my soccer game, our soccer game, I was listening to this video by David Goggins, because David Goggins, oh my gosh, he's such a good good influence. So is Jordan Peterson. I love Jordan Peterson. Where's my Jordan Peterson book? Where is it? I know it's somewhere here. I think it's by my bed. Yeah, it's by my bed. But what did I say? Oh, David Goggins, Can't Hurt Me. Such a good book. And Dr. Jordan Peterson's 12 Rules for Life. I'm currently reading that one. I'll stand up with two shoulders straight. And what else? Oh, take care of yourself, like treat yourself, like care for yourself like you're someone you care for. Treat yourself like you're someone you care for. Something like that. I should know. My cat is cute. With my other cat. Oh yeah, so anyways, I said, can we go get some food? I said, please, let's go get some food. And I was like, for some reason, I don't really like eating pizza, but I really felt like having pizza. So I was like, hey, can we go get some pizza? Which is probably not good. Don't be eating junk food on a daily. And I yet to learn. And I'm gonna learn now. I won't be eating junk food anymore. Once a week, once a month. And yeah, so they came back, and I was like, hey, can we go get some food? I'm really craving some pizza. Do you guys think we could go to Dinico's? Because Dinico's is open 24/7. I'm just like, what? How? And so my dad was like, yeah, we could go get some hamburgers. And I was like, can we also go get some pizza? He's like, yep, hamburgers it is. So I was just like, alright, hamburgers it is. So we went to the hamburger place, Lucky Dog. I literally drew a Lucky Dog symbol, and I did it on a square because it was that good. I also did Portillo's, because Portillo's is so good. And shout out to Portillo's. Lucky Dog, and all the fast food restaurants, and all the healthy food restaurants, and all the healthy food people, and all the less healthy food people, and all the non-healthy food people, because we're gonna become stronger, but we gotta start eating healthier. Because I'm none of those healthy people, but I gotta learn. And so we ended up going to Lucky Dog, and my dad got himself a hamburger, and my little brother a hamburger. Mom wasn't hungry, and she didn't get anything. But we went to Danico's, and what do you call it? I'm sure my dad was really tired, as I was saying before, like 5 minutes ago or even more. That they were tired. They had just gotten back from a party, and yet we still drove further away from where we were going to. And he did it with a smile on his face. I feel like you could do things, but you don't always do them with a smile on your face. Especially when you're tired, annoyed, aggravated maybe. But to take somebody else's request, someone that you don't even have to listen to, someone that probably doesn't even affect your life. Well, like, no, like, I affect his life, right? But as in, someone that doesn't, like, how do I say this? Actually, now that I'm saying it, maybe it's different. Maybe it's like that we take them so much for granted because we see them every single day that we start saying, oh, we're not important. We see each other. It's like with our family. It's like, oh, I see them every day. They're not that important. I'm sure that if I could go meet some celebrity or something, that'd be much better. Or that'd be so cool. Or like I'd be more thankful then. Or like something else. Like, oh yeah, I sometimes like we let our anger out on our families because we're just like they're always there. They have unconditional love for us. And I get this talk with my parents a lot because I'm not grateful for them enough, and I need to work on that because they really are wonderful for me. It's like for real, my parents really are, and my whole family really is. And So now that I'm saying it out loud, I was thinking like he didn't have to listen to me because it's kind of insignificant. Like, she just wants some food. She could eat something at home, or like she didn't want a hamburger from here. She's asking for too much. Like, I'm tired. She should be more thankful that I even brought them here in the first place. But no, he didn't say none of that. He, with a smile on his face, he said, "Oh, right before we had driven over there to get the hamburgers, he had gone hamburger, and I was like, okay, sure. And then he asked me, he's like, are you gonna want, when we had gotten parked to the place, he said, are you gonna want a hamburger? And I was like, I was gonna say, can we go to the Nico's? And I was like, nah, it's alright, like, just be nice. And I was like, no, I'm okay, because I didn't want a hamburger. I love hamburgers. Like, I'm surprised that I didn't even want one, because I love fries. Like, fries? Oh my gosh. I literally, I could marry fries. Legitly. Literally. For realsies. But yeah, anyways. Yeah, so I didn't want, that wasn't a fart, that was a tear. And, or was it? And so, I was like, no, I'm good. Because I don't want to have to say it, right? Because sometimes people just get like, I feel like I'm a bother or something. And it's not to say, I don't know if it's right or wrong, but maybe we could talk about that later. But, it's 32 minutes already. But then my mom was like, what? Just say what you want to say. And I was like, just say it. I was like, can we go to Danica's? And then he was like, okay. He got off the car and he went to go get his hamburger. He's a really talkative guy. He's very social, very loving person. Who wouldn't love my dad for it? And he goes inside. Pretty sure he talks with them the whole time. He's always talking to people, and I admire that. Takes confidence. And he comes back with a smile on his face. He's saying jokes. He's talking to us. I asked, so how did the party go? And they're telling me about the party, about the food, that it was really cool. They haven't seen something like that. And I was like, oh, I'm glad you guys got to experience that. And also, I also didn't protest to go into the party with them. I'll tell you why. Because I was listening to like one of Dr. Jordan Peterson's like lectures or something. Sorry, my body messed it up. But, he said like that couples need to take like dates like every like 2 times a week to keep that like spark alive, you know, like do something like meaningful together. And I've been trying to implement it with my parents. I was like, whenever like they were gonna go to the store, I was just like, nah, just like just go. And I was like, they'll have some time to talk. They'll have some time to like, oh, oh, oh. They'll have some time to you know, get along. Like Dr. Jordan Peterson said, and I was like, this is great. This is good. And oh yeah, and so I've been trying to implement it. So this was the perfect opportunity because like they dress up nice, they go out and they eat and they sit together and they talk. They talk about good things. They talk about family, good things about family, like with family. Because it's not good to talk about people. It's not good at all, and it's not cool. Not at all. So if anybody's ever talking about people, just like shake your head and be like, and if they're talking about them bad, then stand up for them if you know them, and if not, just try to like kind of influence them away from that, because talking about people not only doesn't make you feel good, but also it hurts your soul. Like, let's be for real. Like, whoever feels good after like I just talk so much trash about somebody. Oh my gosh, I'm just so good that all I can think about is other people instead of my own life. What? No, we don't want that. We want to become better. We want to become someone that you can look up to. Because we tend to look up towards other people, but why not look up for yourself? To yourself. For yourself. feel like that'd be good. And it also hurts other people because, for example, rumors, it can deteriorate people very quickly. It's one of the worst forms of anything. Like, because we can say, like, yeah, things that happen are bad, but it's like someone's ruining your person, you know? Like, you don't know the full story. I'm sure I can't be trying to take away responsibility for my own actions. And you see what I did there? I said, I'm sure I have. I'm sure I've talked about people. No, own it. I have talked about people. And I'm not proud of it. But it's the truth. But we have to change. And change starts now. Change starts yesterday. So that way you can be like, oh no, change will be then. It was not, change began a while ago. And now it has to continue. Consistency. And what do you call it? Yeah, so oh, and this new school. Wait, okay, I was talking about my dad parties. Oh yeah, Jordan Peterson. And so thinking back, my dad drove me over to the pizza place, smile on his face, laughter on his face, love in his heart, and my mother too. Because I'm sure she could have said, no, you have to take them or something like that, but no. So, yeah. And we got there, and I ordered my pizza. They're very nice people. I said, yeah, can I get a cheese pizza, please? And they're like, don't worry. They give you like, it's a pizza, but they cut it in half of it, but it's like 2 pizza slices because they're huge and it's actually so good. And then you get that like mozzarella cheese or Parmesan cheese, but in a packet. And oh, and I also ordered my mom some mozzarella sticks because she really likes them. She started liking them a lot. So I was like, why not? Because yesterday also I was taking a shower. I put on like motivational videos and like stuff like that, like listening. And I was listening to a Be Kinder video because I was like, I want to be kinder. So I searched it up, and it was this guy sharing his story about like when he was a cab driver. He came across this one instance where 20 years ago when he was a cab driver, there came an instance where he got to this place and it was dark and it just looked like, I guess, spooky. But he was like, okay, but I feel like I should stay. And so he waited, and I think he went to the door or something like that. I can't really recall the details, but anyways, it was this old lady that asked to be, I guess, kind of like driven around. And instead of saying, no, lady, I have somewhere to be, no, I'm sorry, you can find somebody else, nah, bro, I'm busy, or like excuses, he said, with a good heart, he said, yeah, he took it on. He took the challenge to be nice. Think of it as a challenge. Think of it like him. Think of it like, yeah, think of it some way. And about for 2 hours, he was driving around. Then I think it was a hospice place. I don't even know what that means, but look, we'll also go into grammar in another video because I love grammar. I love learning. I love, oh my gosh. And if you love that, let's be friends. Because let's all be friends, even if you don't like learning, because we can learn something else similar, or we don't have to like things similar, but we can still be friends, yeah? And what was I saying? Oh, root words and stuff. Okay, anyways, he ends up taking her there, and then he says that he ended up reflecting about it, and like you just think like, what if I had never done that? What if I had never like given that lady a hug after he dropped her off, and they had to take her in a wheelchair? What if she had gotten a rude driver? Well, actually, people are not rude. People's actions are, because we have to stop labeling ourselves like that, because once we do, we want to live up to those expectations. So if you put that expectation on yourself, you're gonna be like, well, I'm just rude, so I'm always gonna be rude because that's me. But no, no, because that is not you. Those are just your actions. And while actions do tend, I guess in a way, define ourselves, you, me, everybody, choose better ones. Don't be like, okay, I was rude, my actions were rude, but I'm not a rude person. I'll go more into that, but another time, because this video is like 40 minutes long already. Oh my gosh, this is long. I didn't know I could talk for. Actually, I didn't know I could talk for this long. Actually, I'll go into another video why I just said what I said. Like, oh, I didn't know I could talk this long, because I actually stopped talking for a very long time. Which I'll go into another video. Well, not literally completely, but gotta stop. We'll go into that into another video. And yeah, so just be nice. I'll see if I can find the video. And well, I'm not linking this to anything because I don't think I'm posting it. But in case I do, I'll find it. Try to put it there if I do end up posting this somewhere. I don't know why I would do that. I think this is just more like practice. Did I just contradict myself somehow? Maybe I did. But we're learning. And we have to stop saying, oh, it's okay. But we could say something like, actually, I don't even know, to be for real. It's really hard to say your thoughts. Or for me it is. And if it is for you, we'll get through this. It's really hard to say thoughts out loud, but I've been trying more, and I've been trying to learn from people that I already know, like Jordan Peterson, my parents, my aunt. Oh, my aunts are really cool too. Like the closest ones that I have to me are Faye, Olga, which is Nana, and Maritza, and they're really cool. Like really cool. Like really cool. And yes, I love people. I love animals. Do you? What do you love? Why don't you ask yourself that? Like, what do I love? I should do that too, actually. Take out a notebook, and just start writing down. What do I love? What do I do so much? What are things that I do that are wasting my time? That I will change, like Dr. Jordan Peterson said, because there are some things that like we do, like let's say watching a movie, reading fiction books, dealing with addictions, avoiding something, procrastination, not reading your Bible, stuff like that. Just write them all down. But what are things that you will change? That you want to change? That you simply aren't doing it because sometimes things just seem hard because of our perspective. Because I feel like even though like things as we grow up, we just continue to say, yeah, it's hard, but I continue to do it, like to get better, right? Consistency. Sometimes it's just our perspective that needs to really shift. Because when we were younger, we were like, ABCs is so hard. Why is it so hard? I can't believe it. And now it's A, B, C, D, E, F, G. No way that's hard for you. Like when you're teaching a kid how to read, that's hard. See what I just did there? I just said that's hard, and maybe I shouldn't have because it's perspective. It's just different. That's why we say it's hard, because it's different from our usual routines. And they get emotional. We get emotional still. That'll be for real. But that's okay. Didn't I just contradict myself again? See, we're learning. Let me see if I could figure out what I was thinking there, because it's easier to think your thoughts out when you write them down. So write your thoughts out. Don't speak them out necessarily. Speak them out, actually. I'm doing that right now, but write them out. Because you get to look back in 5 years from now and be like, thank God I decided to face that. Thank God I was able to get the courage with God to face this. Thank God. Literally, thank God for everything. Anything, everything. Why not? He did everything. He is in everything. You are his everything. Just keep going. I've just been rambling a lot. And this is supposed to just be with piano. And that was really weird because it started with piano, but it ended with this. I wasn't thinking originally to do this, but I was like, I just wanted to try something out. And I was just like, why not? Take things as a challenge. Don't take things as something that are meant to tear you down. Because we tend to do that. We have homework. Oh, gosh. It's just horrible. It's just horrible. But take it as a challenge. Be like, how long can I take to finish this task? It could be 5 minutes. Surprisingly, we put things off for hours and hours, and we're still feeling guilty about it. But it could just take 5 minutes. Just think to yourself. Okay, I'm gonna just count to 3, 2, 1. Start it. That's it. It's easier said than done. But once you start a roll, like, see, if I leave, it was hard to raise my hand up. Let's say it's hard to raise your hand up. And this is consistency, right? It's hard to get there. It's hard to get to consistency. But once you're on a roll, down. Because if I have it right here, it's nowhere. It's just static. Or actually not static, because static is movement, right? Or static nothing. I have to figure that out. But we can go into grammar another time. Because I love grammar. And I love English. And I love math. So if you need help with that, I can help you. You just gotta look at the patterns and everything. English, math, history, patterns everywhere. That's how we learn. Patterns, repetition. Patterns, repetition. And it's the same thing with anything. Piano, repetition. Writing, repetition. Speaking, repetition. Blinking, looking, oh, that's scary. But anything is just repetition. Consistency, repetition, patterns. And God. God number 1, actually. Big G. I just want to say thank you for listening. Thank you for existing. Thank you for trying. And thank you to my family, because they're the best. And for my friends, and for all the people I've met. Like that one dude, that one time that I had gone into like Vias, it was just like a grocery store by where I used to live. And we were just like making like, just talking to this a little older man. He was very nice, very friendly, very respectful. And then we're laughing, we're making convo. And I said, okay, have a good day. He said, que tenga un buen día, right? But like, have a good day. And then I started walking down because this was in like the meat section. And then he says, and he comes up to me and he says, gracias por tu sonrisa. Like, thank you for your smile. And I still remember that. That was like, how long? A year ago? So you matter. You really do. Because maybe it's like those equivalents of events, like consistency and getting up and consistent repetition. Because sometimes you just gotta plant a little seed, a little one, just a little one, in the little person's garden, in their little heart, their big heart. Just gotta plant a little seed. Hi, how was your day? It was really good. I really like your smile. One seed. And you don't know how big their garden was, and how big your seed was in comparison, and how much it'll take. Because there's just so many instances that you hear and you know and you experience and you live through that you're able to realize that that is very true. Perhaps there was a time where you felt like there was nothing else that you could do and you just couldn't find a way out, something. And somebody did something. Maybe it was even you. They're able to look back and be grateful for. And there's always something to be grateful for. There really always is. Even on like one of your worst days. You woke up and you breathe. How many people do you know that can breathe? Well, like, as in, that woke up and are breathing today. Or that wake up but they have to be breathing through an oxygen mask. But no. And if you are breathing through an oxygen mask, good for you. Wait, no, that sounded really mean. I didn't mean it like, oh, good for you. You know what I mean? More like, I'm glad you're finding a way through. See, I think I overanalyze my thoughts, but I'm just saying, I'm glad you're here. You're finding ways to keep going. And even when you have an oxygen mask, and perhaps even in your last moments, an oxygen mask on your face, you have somebody if you have somebody by your side, maybe even more than one, I feel like maybe that's the way that I would want to leave. Perhaps with an oxygen mask with pain in my body. But if I just have like somebody there, or just understanding that God is there and that even He might be holding my hand and taking me, if it is His will to for me to go up with Him. And if not, He is the righteous one, and He will know how to judge. Oh, this got really deep. Anyways, this is basically, we'll go into that another time. See, I always get so carried away. It just goes on and on and on, and once it stops, it never stops. Because I literally said I was going to stop talking like 10 minutes ago, and I'm still talking. But I just wanted to say thank you. And thank you to myself for this experience. Thank you for every single person that has been in my life till this moment. The most painful memories, the most beautiful memories, the most anything. Thank you. Just be grateful for everything at this point. It's like, why not? It's a better perspective, I'd say. It like makes you healthier, probably. I don't know, I think. But just love. Just love. Bye. Oh, bye.